Hey, what's up, everyone, here at ugospel.com and ugospel radio. This is Khalif Towns, and on the line today we have Pastor Donnie McClurkin. How are you, sir?
Fine, Khalif. How you feeling, man?
Pretty good.
Good.
So after about 5 years, you're getting ready to release a new CD. Tell us about that.
Oh, man, it takes about 4 to 5 years for me to put one out. It has from the beginning. And so, again, the time has come around for this new release of music. And so this time we wanted to do it a little differently. So we brought on duets. From the duet success that we've had in the past with Kirk Franklin with Ooh Child and Yolanda Adams with The Prayer. And so we decided to do a whole CD of duets with the exception of 2 songs. And bring some of my friends in and really add something to the gospel music industry and bring about some camaraderie as we do it.
Definitely. Now, everyone knows that throughout the years, you have worked with just about everyone. When you decided to do the project Duets, what was the selection process? Like, how did you know who to pick without, compromise or anything of that nature?
Well, really, it came about as we were sitting in on a Radio 1 cruise 2 years ago. And
okay.
And Kathy Hughes brought us into a meeting, all the artists without their managers, without the record company, and started talking about the state of gospel music. And we were going back and forth. And Fred Hammond came up with a real powerful revelation. He said, the next thing that's going to bring heat back or attention back to the gospel music field is when we start collaborating with each other. He said, that's what the rap cats do. That's what the secular guys do. He said, and it brings on more attention when we co-join together. And that stuck with me. That stuck with me. So when it came time to start recording, I would literally go to bed with my cell phone at my head and wake up and hear music in my sleep and sing it into my phone. And
wow.
So the song We Are Victorious, I heard Ty Tribbett in my sleep doing it. And now I heard the whole chorus. We are victorious. We are victorious. Nothing can conquer us. We are victorious. When I heard it, I got up and I sang it in my phone, and I called Asa Ford, and I sent him the idea. I played it out, and I sent it to him, and he sent me back his version of it. And
wow.
we didn't know if Ty was going to do it or not, but sure enough, Ty jumped on it and put that Ty Tribbettness on it, and that's how it became. And each song had the signature of the artist. When I heard it in my mind, My Past had Tremaine on it. Write My Name Above had Dorinda on it because that was her mother's song, and down the line with Anytime with John P. Key and blah blah.
Yeah, the selection process. Cause I've heard the CD, and it's a CD that you won't never get tired of listening to because from song 1 all the way through, it's
wow.
like the selections of the the artists that are on there. It's almost as if the songs are written just for them. I mean, including
right.
you, of course, but, with the collaboration, it's like, wow, you would never thought that a song, it's just a lot of those songs brings the essence out of the artists that you're doing the duets with voices.
Right. That's because every one of the artists are creators themselves. Every one of the singers and artists have that mystical ability to be able to interpret the song based on its content, based on its anointing, and they're able to channel it through them and display it with all of its passion to all those who hear it. And that's what happened. Each artist took the song, personalized it, and really gave it. And I'm still here with Tina Campbell. She just grabbed the song and personalized it through all that she's been through, and that's what makes it successful.
Definitely. The writing process, were you in a certain space when these songs came about? Because I noticed that you did more writing on this project than you usually do on, some of the previous projects. How did that come about? Like, Was it were you writing these songs over the past 5 years, or?
No. These songs really my songs only come when it's time.
Okay.
You know? And when it's time to record, that's how I know it is, because songs start welling up inside of me, and I can't get them out fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how that happened. Just about 2 years ago, really, it started. And we started. Yeah.
Yeah. If you had to pick 2 songs from the album that you absolutely love, which ones will it be and why?
Oh.
Hard question, I know.
Yeah, Khalif. That's like saying, which one of your children do you like better? I think Tremaine has my heart because I've always loved her. I've always loved Walter Hawkins, and anything Hawkins I've always loved, and she adds that nuance to it that makes it something special to me. I was able to write my testimony and have her help me portray it. So that has a special place with me. We are victorious because it's the epitome of what I teach.
Mm-hmm.
And Ty Tribbett, well, we call him the gospel terrorist, because there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him.
Definitely.
And, so I think the 4th song. Well, I can't tell you because when I go through each of them in my head, I listen to the song Justin Savage wrote, Encouraged, and that song has a special place for me. I didn't write any of that.
Okay.
But that song impacts me. That's the reason why I put it on the CD, because Justin Savage wrote it, produced it, and sang it so passionately. And it was a blessing that he let me. It was a blessing that he let me do it with him.
Mm-hmm. Great. So March 3rd is the release date of the CD. In addition to that, next week you're getting ready to kick off your promo tour. Tell us a little bit about the promo tour.
Oh, Lord. I'm too old for this, Khalif. I'm too old for this. When I met you, I was in my 30s, my late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm in my my wonderful 50s. And the beginning of my 50s.
Why it's been that long?
It's been a good long time. A good long time. And so now the promotional tour starts. As a matter of fact, the promotional tour starts, I think it's March the 2nd.
Okay.
And we're going to in Houston, and then we're going to do on the release date at Kirby John Caldwell's church in Houston. We're going to do a big listening concert party. Then we're going to do it on March 4th in New York at Greater Allen Cathedral with Dr. Floyd Flake. The same thing, a big listening concert party. And we'll sing songs from that. And then we're going to go down to Atlanta and do the same thing. And, from point to point, we're just going to go take a listening concert and do a couple of the songs live and play some of the songs so that people can hear it. And do things like we're doing with you, because you're the first interview that I'm really doing.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Well, listen, because I've known you since you was a little boy, thank God.
I know, right? So, in addition, this tour, I know you said that, you've been in the industry a long time. How do you manage and balance, one, being a pastor, being an artist, you're getting ready to return to Sunday Best for the 7th season, your radio show, as well as you're going to be hosting the Essence All-Star Gospel Tribute in July. How do you manage all that and, still stay grounded and relevant to everything?
Yeah, well, the way I do that is through God, first and foremost, which is a given. God gives you grace to do whatever he calls you to do. Grace is not just the unmerited favor of God, but grace is the supernatural ability to do what you cannot do in the natural. It comes from the root word charis, where we get our word charisma. And God gives us the grace to do it, the enabling to do it. So it doesn't become so Herculean. It doesn't become so hard. It becomes a part of who you are. So when it comes to pastoring the church, there's a grace that he gives for pastoring the church that it is not a stressful, frustrating, or hard thing to do. And then you can change hats and go to the radio show and reach 5 million people with the radio show and have it across America and in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica, and in Nassau, Bahamas, and in London, England, and stretch around the world through the radio and internet. Then you can take that hat off and go from country to country preaching the gospel to 78,000 people in Uganda, 1.4 million in Nairobi, Kenya, 2.2 million in India, and the list goes 500,000 in Nigeria, and the list goes on. And then you take it off, and then you come back home and become daddy because you got a son, and so you got to be daddy to your boy, and the list goes on. Then you take it off and put the other Sunday best hat on, and you sit on the panel with some of your greatest friends in the whole gospel music industry and the greatest television network, BET, and you sit down and you do this, and God gives you the power. But then he gives you people. He gives you management. He gives you publicists. He gives you road managers. He gives you people that walk alongside of you, that keep you straight, that keep you focused, that keep you on the right road. And he gives you great assistant pastors so that when you have to leave the church, that it's still in the right position, and they teach you the same thing and hold them in place until you get back. So it's God and a series of people that work behind the scenes and alongside you that gives you the ability to do all of these different things.
Definitely.
That was a whole lot. That was a whole lot.
It was. But hey, it's the truth. And, you know, one thing about you always deliver the truth.
I try.
Now, in July, which is something new, you're getting ready to host the All-Star Gospel Tribute for the Essence Festival. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, this is different because all of my hosting gigs have always been with the gospel genre and in the gospel arena. It's been with the Stellar Awards. It's been with the Dove Awards, you know, stuff like that. So this is the first time that Essence is really allowing me to come in and host their All-Star Gospel. And last year they honored myself and Tremaine Hawkins, which was remarkable. Khalif, that was, I think, so impactful and impressive. There were like 9,000 people that stayed there for over 6 hours just to honor me and Tremaine. And no one ever left. That's the thing that killed me. And so this year they're coming back doing an All-Star, and when they asked me to do it, it was an honor. So July, it's the July 4th weekend. I think it's July 6th. And we'll be going down to New Orleans and, you know, and showing the true essence of gospel music and its ministers. And that's the thing, to be able to honor the people who do it and have done it for all of their lives and do it with all of their lives. That's the key to what Essence is allowing us to do.
Great. Now, are you just hosting, or will you be performing as well?
Well, you can't host without performing, you know, because you get to sing little bits and pieces of the songs that people sing. You get to come behind it and do a little tag team.
Especially with, you know, your CD band getting ready to be released on March 3rd. You know, definitely people want to be able to. They go down to the Essence. They want to be able to hear some of the songs from your upcoming project on March 3rd.
Well, I'm sure they'll hear something from that project. Everybody for the rest of this year will hear something from that project.
Definitely, Donnie. So once again, I want to thank you for the interview, and, you know, for all the listeners out there, let us know, you know, again, you know, the release date, where they can get it from, and all that good information, as well as how they can stay in contact with you on social media. Well,
the release date is going to be Monday, March the 3rd. And then they can go on Amazon.com. They can go on RCAinspirations.com. They can go on iTunes and find the CD. And you know what? The truth is, I'm so old, I don't even know if they can go in the stores and find it. Because, you know, back in the day, you tell them you go to, you know, to Walmart or Best Buy. I don't know what the name of the Lord to do other than iTunes, Amazon.com, and the like. They can go on to RCA Inspirations and get it. And I think it'll be at Best Buy. I believe so. Or Walmart, and get it there also. And if they want to get in touch with me, they can go on Twitter and come directly to me, no matter where I am in the world, at Donnie Radio.
Okay. Great. All right, Donnie, thank you for the interview, and looking forward to, the release of the project and all the success that it's going to bring.
Oh, man, listen, I want you to call me and tell me what you think about the whole entire project.
I sure will.
All right, man.
All right, thanks again.
Thanks, Khalif.
All right, bye.